No. I guess they're not gonna attack us after all. Well, that's handy. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are good people. Or at least, good, ugly mutants. They don't attack me on sight. Great. Welcome everybody to the Falcon one-shot. On the agenda, we have the Spatials Galactology here today. Now this right here, you might remember from over a year ago, assuming you've been around for the channel that long, where we originally covered the vanilla version of the Spatials. The Galactology version over here is almost in a sense a remaster or redefined edition of the Spatials over here. And before we get too ahead of ourselves over here, I want you guys to think about this here really closely. This right here is a small indie development team that's also publishing their own title. And what they've done here is that they've gone ahead and took the original game, they remastered it, they added a bunch of new features, a bunch of new content, they've added mod support as well going forward now, and they are releasing the game again for free if you already own the original title. Think about that for a second, because we're currently right now in a gaming industry where we have remasters and definitive editions coming out like maybe 4 or 5 years after the original title, and these publishers and developers expect you to pay for the title even though you already own it, and all they've done is basically improved on the original game. They expect you to pay for it. The Spatial says, you know what? You own the original title, we improved it, you get it for free. I also want you guys to let me know if you want to see this as a series on the channel, because it's something I think we could have a lot of fun with. It's a whole entire like space building game. You go out to different planets and establish relationships, you get resources, you have tourism. It's a really fun little title, so you guys let me know in the comments if you want to see this as a series on the channel. Let me know by leaving a like as well, and if the support seems pretty good for it, I'll go ahead and insert this as a scheduled series for the channel itself going forward. But it'll be based on your support, obviously. For now, let's get into the game and show you all the new stuff over here. Alrighty, and we're good to go over here. So if you're not familiar with this game, I will go ahead and explain it as we go forward over here. But before I do that, let me go ahead and start building some corridors and a place for them to actually get some food. So let me do a corridor system like down to here. And let me go ahead and build a floor. Let's see, we'll do... I like the clean cubicle look for the restaurant, or at least the dining room area for them. So we'll do like a 5 by 5 maybe. So we'll do 5 and 5 like so. Let's let these guys run in real time over here and let them get to start working. Oh, we could also have a job matrix over here. With this, you could probably imagine you could assign individual tasks to people, right? But because we're just doing a one-shot, I just want everybody to focus on every single job available so we can get more done in the course of this single video over here. We just got a goal right now by actually assigning 10 different jobs, but we'll talk more about this here pretty soon. So what's really cool about this new edition that I've at least noticed right off the bat is that there's a lot of freedom now to you as the player. Initially, from the version that I remember from the vanilla times anyway, the vanilla times isn't this guy. Are you guys going to continue building over here? Come on, builders. There you go. The things were very limited in terms of what you could build in what area. So for instance, if you had a dining room area, you could only build dining room stuff in that room. It wasn't too open to freedom, I guess, in a sense. Like, for instance, assuming you were a wild man, a crazy dude, and you wanted to put a bed in the middle of the dining room area, you could not do that. The freedom wasn't there available to you then. But now you could just build whatever you want, wherever you wanted, which I found to be really, really impressive. Not that you would build a bed in a dining room area. What kind of madman are you? But, you know, the freedom is there in case you want to be, you know, live in the wild side over here, which, you know, you're free to do so. That's fine. So right now they're building this little dining room area. So again, we have everybody assigned to do any job available, so that's fine. Over here we have some food, we have some water, and we have some materials over here. Let's see, we want to start getting up a... Let's see, let me go to the objects here. Food and drink. So for food and drink, we have basic kitchen, canteen drinks, canteen food, and canteen table. The kitchen's going to obviously be for us. This is the basic one, mind you. You'll be able to go over here to, let's see, research. And as you can see, this is only tier 1 available. Let me go to food and drink. So for tier 1, we have seed rations, meat rations, veggie rations, and filtered water. And these are the objects that we have available right now. But the more research you do into an actual tier, you unlock a lot of stuff. Let me tell you. Look at this. Tier number 9. There is so many things to over here unlock, so it's really, really fun because there's a lot to, I guess, aim for, I guess, down the line. Let me go back to the station over here. And let's set up the basic kitchen. This will be like a basic area for them to set up some regular, like, ration food. So I'll go ahead and do the kitchen, like, up here. And let's go ahead and do a place for them to actually store their drinks. We could probably place this, like, somewhere down over here. Canteen food, like down over here, and then a table for them to actually eat, because, you know, they're not going to eat off the floor. They're not animals, you know? So we'll go ahead and do you like so, and you like so. Alright, it looks pretty good. That's not too evened out, though, is it? Hold up. I'm sorry. This is going to really bother me if I don't fix it properly. Can you erase that object? Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm just very picky when it comes to this. So, there you go. That's a bit more evened out now. And then decorations, we have to unlock some stuff, so we can't put any plants and stuff like that around right now at the moment because we have to research it, but once we do, we'll be fine. You know what, though? Let's put some towels over here. After you're done eating, maybe we'll consider these will be like wet towels so you can kind of like dry or wash your hands or whatever. So, whatever. Put some towels over here so these people aren't walking around with like filthy, disgusting, dirty hands after eating. Perfect. Now that we have some items over here set up, we have to set them up to actually start producing for us because they won't do it automatically. If we come over here to the basic kitchen, we can set up some meals to start being cooked. And we're going to be going with, I think, veggie rations because we only have fruits at the moment. So we'll do veggie rations to be cooked over here. And it's going to require 1 water and 2 fruits, which we obviously have. And the output is going to be 1 basic ration. And then whoever is assigned as your cook will go ahead and move those over there, cook themselves, yada, yada, yada. So that's over here set up. Let's come over to our canteen drinks. You, my friend, are going to be in charge of drinks, obviously. So what I want to do is resource. We will do filtered water because that's the only thing we can make at the moment. Now, mind you, we're making food here first, right? So after you have a little bit of food already stored up, you want to switch over to the filtered water, or ideally, there's no reason why you can't do this. Go into, let's say, build objects, go back into food and drink, get another kitchen, place it, I don't know, somewhere over here. And now you have a kitchen to not only make food, but make one for drinks as well. Again, it's completely open to your interpretation and how you want to set up your base here going forward. So as long as they build that, we'll have an area for water being produced and then one for food. Over here, as we mentioned, canteen drinks, we want to put filtered water in there, so the minimum stock's going to be 0, meaning they'll just go ahead and grab it and move it over here. And you can put a max stock if you want. What this works as is because there'll be like a storage system in the game with like actual pallets and storage system. You'll be able to like move any excess items over to the storage, which is actually pretty good because when you get invaded by pirates and space raiders, they'll come in and start destroying not only your people but also your objects. So if you have a lot of food in an area, there's a possibility you could actually lose it. So you might want to have some stored just in case. But yeah, right now we'll do like maybe a maximum stock since we're just starting off of maybe 30. Sounds relatively fine to me. We'll come over here, and canteen food, as you can see, is being just left on the floor. We don't want that. Basic rations over here, and we'll also make this, let's make 40 for the food. There you go. So now, they'll go ahead and grab the stuff over here and take them over to the canteens, as you can see. Excellent. And since over here we're making food, this one's going to be for drinks. So let's come over here, let's do filtered water. And now, 2 water will actually make us 1 filtered water, and then it'll be moved over here afterwards. By the way, don't be alarmed by... Let me pause the game. You see how we have, like, a food little thing with a 2? I'm an imbecile, and I honestly thought this was on the floor the entire time when I was playing this off camera, and I was thinking, why don't they move that into the canteens? But no, it's... I can't rotate, but what's happening is... This little arrow is telling you that food is being placed over here. So the food icon is part of the arrow that's telling you, hey, food goes over here. So if I over here for water, we'll have a little water icon over here. So even though it looks like it's on the floor, it's really not. It threw me off for a long time off camera until I was like, oh, you're telling me you're moving the food there. Okay, that makes sense. Do we have a robot in our team? Who's this guy? No, he's an alien. We have aliens already on the team? That's awesome. I normally start off with a bunch of humans, but this time we have aliens. That's cool. Alrighty, so over here we have our food situation set up. That's great. Let's come over here and start building a floor. And let's go into a corridor system. I want to set up a bedroom area so I get some sleep, obviously. As you can see, there's a lot of options for the room layout that you want to set up over here. For bedroom area, I kind of want to go with, let's see here. What's Roadhouse style? Let's go with maybe heavy metal for rooms. Fancy studio. Eden Garden, Dystopia 1. There's a lot of things to actually choose from over here. Derelict, Crystal Palace. Let's give these guys some really fancy looking rooms. So we'll go with Crystal Palace over here. Price is 40. Oh, all of them have different prices, huh? I was not aware of this. I should probably look here more often. Dystopia is only 3, but negative 30 aesthetics. So we want to have some really nice looking rooms. The cubicle, by the way, is not really too good for the aesthetics here. Let me go with Crystal Palace, though. Why not? It's going to cost us a lot, but that's fine. So we have our corridor leading into this bedroom area over here. For now, I like to normally set up rooms for everybody, like individual rooms. But since we're really starting off, I think it's probably good to have like an area where everybody could sleep at. So we'll do like a little group hall like this. Let's see, is that fine? I think that's fine, right? 5 by... I feel like a 5 by 6 or something. There you go. So you guys get to work over here. Let's go put this into 5 times speed so they get more done over here, and I get to cover more of this game here. Alright, so they'll go ahead over here and we'll start building our room for them to actually start sleeping. Now, meanwhile, this is actually over here happening. Assuming we had enough time over here to set up the research room, I guess we probably can. Let me do another corridor down towards here. And we'll go into, let's see. Let me go into need workshop for our research area. So we'll do like, wow, that's a really big ass research area. That's fine. We'll do it like so. Alright, and over here we have our room ready to go, so let's go to build objects and we'll go into resting. And let's set up a couple of beds. At the moment we haven't researched anything, so all we have available for the rooms are just beds. So we'll do like 1, 2, give these guys a little bit of spacing here. How many people do we have? Like 8? Let's see, job matrix. We have... Oh, we have 6. Perfect. So as you can see, they're tired, they're getting some sleep. If they're hungry, they'll get some food, but since they're over here building, they have now stopped the restocking process that we were having over here. So that's where you can definitely want to go ahead and situate different jobs for different people to just focus on different stuff over here. But since we're trying to speed through this, I'm kind of just selecting everything in one go. So now that we have the research area set up over here, let me go into, I'm going to say facilities, and we have a research table. We'll place you... Over here, some's fine. We'll have 2 of them. You can have multiple researchers because the research does take a little bit of time, especially when your guys are so low-leveled. So it'll take you a little bit longer to actually get your research done. But now that's over here available, let me pause momentarily. We have some goals. Let me actually accumulate some of these goals here if we can. So we have cooked 10 rations. Let me claim my reward. Shuffle job matrix, claim my reward, and that's about it for now. Okay. So let me go over here to research, and... I want to get some decorations happening into my base over here to give them like a better aesthetic value. So let me go into decorations and we'll have them start researching over here. And because we have 2 tables, we'll have 2 people researching in one go, meaning you will probably be able to actually get that up and running faster. I'm hoping we actually get involved with a raid, so I could show you some of the space station raids that actually happen over time, but that's kind of a little bit RNG based. And since we just started, it might take a while before that actually happens. But raiders can come into your area, and they could also be like hidden when it comes to tourism, and then just attack you when they show up. So it's kind of like that game I played a while back. Was it Planet Base or something like that? It's kind of like, you know, they could come in as tourism people, but then once they're in here, they'll be like, ah, surprise, I'm going to kill you. And they'll try to destroy your facility, obviously. Because they're bad people, these raiders. Alright, so over here we have the, you know, space building station. There's a lot to mess around with here, as you could probably imagine. But I want to show you some of the fleet. Now, because I have a bit of an early version of the game right now, I cannot build my own ship just yet, so I could actually just create ships like this. Cheat. It's a development mode thing, so I could just go ahead and be like, yeah, I got ships non-stop, baby. But, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be a cheating scumbag. So what I want to do is go into Explore over here. Actually, not that one. We would go into Galaxy. I want to show you some of the visiting of other planets and how you get resources from them as well. So, by the way, the game's running in the background meanwhile you're doing this stuff, so if you want them to stop, make sure to pause, and then if you want to look at this more closely. But since we're only doing a one-shot right now, it doesn't really matter what they're doing in the background here. Let me go into Galaxy since we're here. Let me go ahead and go into my little station, or at least my little galaxy area over here. Let's see, we're at home. We want to probably start off with the easy one, which would be Tutorial Land, or I guess Tuto Land. The Tutorial Land, essentially, right? This is going to be a human colony, and we're allied with them, so we could come over here and actually get resources for free, and we're not going to expect any sort of aggression from the natives. We'll have aliens, we'll have different type of animals and stuff like that that might just be aggressive to us, but because this is actually a human planet, and they're allied with us, we should be fine. Speaking of allies, if we come over here to civilizations, we could see our allegiance and stuff. We are actually allegioned to the crustacean bunch. We're at war with the Kokorbian crop. We have humans as civilians allied, neutral with the Lemurians, neutral with the Noji, at war with pirates, and at war with the Robot Union as well. So, there you have that. And as you can see, there we go. And we're about to touch down right now. Come on. Landed. Okay, cool. So now that we're there, let's go into Tutorial Land and explore the actual place itself. Alrighty. So remember, oh my god, that's some creepy... I don't remember you from last time around. You're apparently a source of meat. Oh my god. Oh my god, and over here we have some crazy looking alien. Over here we have a source of... What the hell are you supposed to be? We need the bio extractor. Oh, this would be for microbiota node, huh? Okay. So things are a lot different from what I remember them myself in the past. Now what you do is you come over here, this will be for seeds. You want to come over to an area with like nodes like this that actually produce items for you, and then you set up an extractor. And then what you could do is actually have some extra ships auto-pilot themselves from your base over to these islands, or not islands, but planets, on their own accord, automatically essentially. And as you're over there in the base, just kind of doing your own thing, your ships will actually autopilot over to the planet, pick up the resources, come back, and drop them off in your place. Assuming you're, allied with the nation and there's not going to be any problems. Sometimes they'll have, like, issues where a pirate ship shows up and you have to go over here and find out what's actually happening, why there's no more production happening, stuff like that. But let's start off by having our individuals here. Let me click all. We're going to walk over to... we could actually teleport. We'll teleport, actually. Who needs to walk when you can actually teleport? We'll teleport over here, I'm going to say. And what I want to do is, now that we're here, let me set up a bio extractor. So we have build objects. We'll go into, let's see, we have a fluid extractor, we have mineral extractor, recruitment center. This is if you want to hire more people, especially from a different type of alien race. And we have storage too, huh? Interesting. Well, unpause, and your people will go ahead and start building that pretty soon. Presumably. There they go. Yeah, now our robot's going to come over here and just pick up the items and just put them up for transport back to our home base over time. But we're not done over here. I'm going to say, let's actually take a look around. And let's go to teleport again if we can. Let's see. We have some seeds. That could be pretty useful. We have some critters over here as well. Let me teleport over on this side. By the way, we also have the dude that kind of like runs this place. I guess the diplomat for this area. We welcome our friends and Spatials to our humble planet. Please do not steal everything. Well, I'll try not to steal everything, but I will extract some objects over here. So we'll do another bio extractor for the seeds. Let's unpause. Now, these guys are aggressive, maybe? Let me find out. I haven't engaged in any combat in this game since I've returned, so I'm not sure if they're actually going to find us. Let me see. Let me walk over here with all my peoples. No. I guess they're not going to attack us after all. Well, that's handy. Yeah, you guys are good people. Or at least, good ugly mutants. They don't attack me on sight. Great. Alrighty guys, before I actually show you what the autopilot thing, we actually had an alert right now where apparently a hidden hostile has infiltrated my station and has revealed themselves. Let me come over here and show you what's happening. Oh my goodness god, what's happening in here? Let's unpause. Oh, we brought him down already? That was actually really fast. Good job, little mutant guy. So, as you can see, some of our items took a little bit of damage here. Actually, no, none of them did they? No, we actually got rid of him really, really fast. But his body's going to be remaining here the entire time, and we have to get rid of that. Is that dude still, like, convulsing or what? It tastes like chicken, too. Great. So what you could do now is actually come over here to build objects, and if we go over to recycler, you could actually put a recycler over here, and then you could move the body and recycle it for, you know, some items. Maybe you'll eat him, because he's a mutant who invaded us. Sticking pirate. So we want to go ahead and click this here. Oh, you dragged that. Oh, that was the problem, and you have to drag that over here. And that puts the order over here. And then we could go ahead and just start the autopilot. Alright, and now that we've done that, we drag the other one home. So we're going to give it 2 orders, essentially. So now we go home, which is down here. And there you are. Now click the start button to start the route, which we already did. The ship will travel without your intervention, automatically loading cargo and delivering it when it visits home. So, and you can set up the amount of time you wanted to set up over here. So for instance, if you don't want it to stay too long at home, you could, you know, lower the amount of time. However, remember that some people are going to be actually, some of your Spatials will be in the ship. So if you want them to travel and get some rest, you might want to give them at least 10 minutes to, you know, rest up before you send them back out to gather supplies and whatnot. So that is the autopilot system right there that I wanted to show off. Let's go back home. Have we built that? No, let me go into 5 times speed. I want to show you guys the carrying of that dude over here. Oh, check it out. We have, we have a lot of seeds and microbiota already. Haha. And there's a recycler. We should be bringing this body in here pretty soon, I gotta say. Unless, wait a second here. No, your recycler, you're ready. There it is. Bring that body over here. Put him in the recycler. What kind of mutant is that? I can't even tell what he is. It looks like a giant banana, though. Well, if he looks like a giant banana, he might be tasting like a banana as well. And he should be recycled here pretty soon. Recycle! There you go, and we get some goods out of that as well. And then our cleaners will go ahead and start cleaning out the blood and the gore left over here. But you get an idea of what the Spatials Galactology is all about. As I mentioned, if you want to see some more of this on the channel, do let me know by leaving a like and in the comments, and I will consider putting this as a series. At the moment, we had to kind of rush through everything, so I want to definitely take my pace with this and have some fun with it. But I hope you get an idea what the game's all about. This comes out on July 7th, if I'm correct. I'll have all the information in the description below, however, so you can kind of follow up on it there. I will catch you next time.